All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. In this one, I wanted to talk about why I've actually moved from using my iPhone to this flip phone in order to increase my focus levels and my ability to be good to my clients and run my business for the next 30 days. And I'm gonna see how these 30 days treat me. I'm gonna see if it actually has an effect on my business. I'm about 4 or 5 days in right now, and my screen time, you can use a little screen time feature on your iPhone, is about 45 minutes a day on average right now, which is pretty much just for like calling certain people or like, ordering groceries or little things like that I absolutely need to use the phone for. Whereas before, my screen time was like 4.5 to 5 hours every single day of just random browsing or scrolling or Instagram or social media or random YouTube videos or whatever came up on my feed. And I want to talk about how, as an entrepreneur, you can eliminate distractions, make yourself ultimately far more effective in your business. And really, this is just the biggest one. Like, honestly, you can end the video right now. You can pause it, quit out of this tab and end it right now. Get a flip phone, put your iPhone in your drawer in your kitchen, and then plan your days. So like right here on my screen, I have a little yellow sticky tab, which is telling me everything I got to get done today. This evening, I'll cross all that off, have it all done, and then plan tomorrow so I know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Wake up, go through my routine, get back to work on what matters, right? So really in this video, I just want to talk about what my experience has been so far downgrading to a flip phone. And then as a side topic, I want to talk about, how important it is to eliminate unnecessary distractions and unnecessary, just like energy output sources. So there's this really good book called Willpower Doesn't Work. And in the book, it talks about how we only have so much willpower every single day. A lot of people assume that willpower is this thing that you can develop, you get more willpower, but the reality is willpower truly is like this energy source for us. There was this experiment of like 100 kids, 50 of which were put in a room with a cookie on the table, like a warm, smells nice, like a cookie on the table. The rest were put in a blank room, and after a half hour, they were given a test, and it was like a really hard math test. And the kids that had to say no to that cookie for a half hour, actually did worse on the math test by a factor of like 20 to 30% in their grade score to the kids that weren't tempted all the time with the cookie. They were actually able to perform way better. Compare the cookie to having an iPhone next to you all freaking day, buzzing at you, sending you texts, sending you notifications, emails, new things that are distracting you. And it adds up, over time, over like a year, honestly, most people spend like more than half of their year every year on their phone doing nothing. So most of our culture right now, like literally, I walked down the street, I took a run this morning, and I saw this guy, pausing from a run, and he was on his phone, and I was like, oh, that's fine, he'll be done. I came back the route like a half hour later. He was still on his butt, like shirtless with headphones in, clearly on a run, still on his phone. It had been like a half hour he wasted this morning. So it's not even any fault of his own. This technology is made to like pull us in. And you really want to be like a creator and a user of the technology, like a curator and like a user, not a consumer. You don't want to consume with this stuff. You don't want to consume with your computer. You don't want to consume with your iPhone. You want to use it to create things and to bring value to the world. And it becomes like this interesting tool, this dynamic of like not using it unless you absolutely have to. Like, I'm starting to find real honest pleasure in just moments of silence and just being able to just like do nothing for a while. I think it was like Socrates said, a lot of our problems as humanity stems from our inability to sit in a room quietly and do nothing. So this is also why, I meditate like 10 to 15 minutes every single day. It's not even really like meditation, it's just doing nothing. Like, I'll just sit down and do nothing. Like, I'll breathe and just kind of close my eyes, and sometimes I'll open up and look around, and I'll just listen about what's around me and just do nothing. Nothing's on my agenda, got nothing to do. So moving my iPhone out of my peripheral, turning it off, putting it in a drawer, mixed with getting a phone that removes the excuse of what if nobody can reach me and something happens. So this is literally just like an emergency phone. So this is charged in case my girlfriend or my mom or my dad or any of my brothers or sister, if any of them need me or anything, or if anything pops up, like, you can reach me through here at any time. This is always charged, always ready to rock. But my iPhone is put away. So I texted my whole family, texted my girlfriend, said, hey, this is my phone number. Use this one. I got a new line for this. And it works really freaking well. And then for communication, like my girlfriend, I have WhatsApp on my computer. So I use WhatsApp for a lot of my clients, and I actually went ahead and put her on WhatsApp as well. So I have this like back and forth with her if I need anything or she needs anything or whatever, because she works pretty much all day. So I got that. So it's just like I'm eliminating all these unnecessary distractions. And what's interesting is this week has been one of the most fundamentally like important business weeks in my business. We haven't generated like much revenue, but I know better than I've ever known exactly what I need to do in order to get my business to the level that I want to get it to, and I have total clarity on the next steps I need to take. I was able to spend Labor Day weekend with a pen and a pad doing nothing. I probably spent like a half hour on my phone the entire time. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I spent the entire time just writing out what I need to do next in my business in order to get to the level that I want to get to. Just took this pencil and wrote out what I have to do, and I'm sticking to this. And this is what I'm going to do for the next year. I'm just going to do what's on this pad and get to the point that I want to get to in my business. So honestly, the core lesson, like I'll let you guys know after 30 days. It's only been like a week, and it's been freaking amazing. Like I'm sleeping better, I'm thinking clearer, I'm more productive. I feel just generally like a better human being, and I feel like I'm able to process things better. So I would literally, like, do not take this suggestion lightly. Get rid of your iPhone. Don't smash it, don't sell it, just turn it off and put it in a drawer. Delete all the apps off of it that you don't want to have on there. And if you really want to go the extra mile, just turn off cellular on it, and then just turn it back on, like when you need to use the phone. Like when you have to use your phone, you can call Verizon or AT&T or whatever, say, hey, I need this phone turned back on, pay the fee, and then use your phone for whatever you need to use it for. But for the most part, like you don't really actually need to use your phone. Like there's nothing that you really need it for. It's just kind of always there. Like even running a social media marketing agency and having clients that are global and, they know when I'm gone. Like they'll send a message out, say, hey, I'm gone all day today, you won't be able to reach me. I'm like, cool, whatever. Like I don't need to do back and forth all day. I have this for emergencies, and that's all I need. A lot of people's excuse for not getting rid of their phone is like, oh, what if like it cuts into my work? Well, like just do everything that you were gonna do on your phone on your computer. Like your phone is really just like this tiny computer in your pocket. So just get an actual computer and work from a computer and have a set workspace for that. So you come and you work and then you're done and you go back to the world, right? That's huge. So really, if you want to become like a more effective, more productive, more efficient entrepreneur, get rid of distractions, particularly your phone. Get your screen time down underneath an hour a day. Don't just like avoid the phone, do something else with your life. So I'm not just cutting out the phone just to cut it out, because then there's this void that needs filled. I'm intentionally filling the void that I've cut out in my time with working on my business and being a better entrepreneur and making more money and bringing on team members. Like we're bringing on team members, I'm designing new products, designing new services for my clients. I just spent like 30 grand on this mastermind that I'm not going to be a part of with a bunch of high-level entrepreneurs that are all pouring into me massively. I'm learning so much. Like pretty much everybody in this group makes at least $100,000 a month in profit. I can only think of 2, and I'm one of them. And I think there's like 60 people in here. So it's crazy that just getting rid of my phone helped me think clearly enough that I decided to make some decisions in my business that really helped me. Like, you only have so much ability to enjoy something, or enjoy yourself. Like when you cut out this thing that is addicting, your brain looks for something else to get addicted to. It looks for something else to pour its energy into. So when there's this void, like your brain needs to fill it with something. And if you just start plugging the void with business stuff, and you get excited about running your business again, and you get excited about doing something, like the effect is insane. Like honestly, it's really all about willpower and like enjoying what you do. Like if you genuinely enjoy business and you enjoy entrepreneurship and you're obsessed with it and you can't get enough of it, like that's when you become a real player. You can't do this on the side. Like if you want to actually run a real freaking business, you have to go all in on it, and you can't have these little distractions, these little things pulling you away from it. So yeah, that's kind of the video. I mean, it's really, there's not much more to say. Like honestly, this video could have been done like a minute in. I'm just like, hey, I got rid of my iPhone, I got this phone, here's why, here's what I want to do with it. But really, I wanted to explain more, and I wanted to, give you more context as to why I did it. Like literally the week before I got this phone, or actually the day before, I had spent like 7 hours that day on my phone, And a good hour or two of that was like on meaningless crap, like just meaningless crap. And I noticed I started getting so like brain foggy. I like got so like out of touch with the world. I'd like look out my window and just feel this like weird buzz. Like it was literally like a dopamine buzz. And when I put my iPhone away for the first time and I got this phone, I literally had like withdrawal symptoms. Like I had like a headache for a whole day, and I had all these issues with like mobility. Like I went to the gym and I couldn't work out that hard, and there was all these little things. Like I was genuinely addicted to my phone, and I can almost guarantee that most people watching this are as well. So whether you're an entrepreneur, creative type, or you're just a high achiever, high productive type of person, whatever it is, get rid of your phone for a month, see what happens, and see if it has an effect on your business or on your life. I'm about a week in. I've got 3 more weeks to go with this thing, and I honestly wouldn't trade it for the frickin' world. Like, I have been so much more clear-headed and productive and excited about growing my life and my business and becoming the person that I want to become, because I don't just have this little like short-term satisfaction machine plugged into my brain at all times. Because that's what it does. Like, brains were not built for long-term decisions. We're built for short-term satisfaction. So your brain is going to naturally optimize your life for these little short-term satisfactions. And if you get short-term satisfaction from this thing that sucks time out of your day, which is your phone, you're just going to optimize your whole life for it. And you're never going to do anything else. That's what most people do. Most people, when left to their own devices, especially like during quarantine and such, all they've done is just spent their whole time on screens. And they haven't done anything else. Like they've just spent their entire time on Netflix or on YouTube or on Reddit or on freaking whatever, Instagram. So yeah, just be very aware of the effect that these things are having on you and the amount of mental freedom that's going to give you to then make better decisions and be a better human being for your family, your friends, your entrepreneur, your career, your team, if you have a team, your clients, if you have clients. It's incredible the effect that it's had. Like, it really is like I've woken up with so much more energy now. Like I don't wake up, every now and again I'd wake up in the morning and I'd be like, oh man, I just kind of want to go back to bed and I kind of want to get more sleep, but I don't feel that right now. I feel genuinely energized. And I think it's because I would always be physically energized. I could run, 5 or 6 miles. I go to the gym every day. I've got a good physical energy. But willpower, the mental energy that I had was so lacking. It was so lacking because I would spend all of my mental energy on my phone. All of my dopamine would come from my phone. And I'd be like with my girlfriend and I'd just be on my phone. And so it got so frustrating and so infuriating just to feel like I was like being like chained to this device. So I had to cut it out. So I would encourage you to do the exact same thing. Just for the record, the phone that I got is an Alcatel. I go through Verizon, and Verizon sells these at their Verizon store. So if you're with Verizon, I recommend the Alcatel. They're great. You can't get any apps on them. All it has is a browser. Really, honestly, all you can do with it is like call. And even texting is hard because it's one of these 9 numbered like things. We have to like hit a number multiple times to get to a certain letter. And so like texting sucks. So like it literally is frustrating to use, which is like perfect. Like I want it to suck to use this thing because I want my computer business to be the most fun thing that I have around me. My brain to begin to realize, oh wow, I really enjoy making sales, and I really enjoy running my business, and I really enjoy running ads, and I really enjoy client work. Like, that's what happens. Your brain needs stimulus. It lives and feeds off of stimulus. And I literally began to not like my business because the phone was an easier source of satisfaction. That's where I got, like, your brain is that stupid. Like, I would rather browse Reddit for like an hour or two than like do important things in my business. I would rather, spend time on this thing that gives me satisfaction, and that would suck the willpower out of me. And then when it came time to actually do my business, I wasn't that excited about it. And I was making like a lot of money, and it was really scary to be sitting on like these incredible months, but then at the same time also not be able to balance what I actually want. And so now more than ever, I'm genuinely excited to run my business, and I have so much freaking work to do. And honestly, like, I've got so much catching up to do because of this freaking phone. Like, if it weren't for this phone, honestly, I'd probably be doing like 400 grand a month right now. Like, legitimately. Like, if I had bought this a year and a half ago or 2 years ago and stuck with this, I'd be so much further ahead in my business. It's freaking stupid. Like, honestly, it is legitimately stupid how much further in my business I would be if I'd have just gotten rid of my iPhone and just done this. So that's why I got rid of my phone. That is why I leave it in a drawer. Today I've probably spent about 40 minutes on it, and that already is like, ugh, I don't even want to spend more. I feel dirty spending any more time on my phone because like every minute I spend on it, it just feels like more, I feel like I'm being pulled more and more into it, and more gravity is pulling that way. And I reinstalled Instagram this morning for a second, some DMs, and I realized I can't even do that. I have to do it on my computer because I installed Instagram, and then immediately I wanted to check people's stories, and I wanted to I just can't do it. So get rid of your iPhone. Flip phone. Join the flip phone gang. I seriously, like literally not even kidding, if you buy a flip phone because of this video, DM me on Instagram. I won't see it on my phone, I will check it on my computer, or post in our Facebook group that you did it, because legitimately you are going to be a better entrepreneur, I guarantee it. Move all the processes that you need for your business that are on your phone to your computer. Your computer can do everything your phone can do and more, I promise you. Move everything that you do on your phone to your computer, and get a flip phone, and subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and comment down below, whatever. If you want help growing your agency, schedule a call down below. I'm really good at helping people start and grow social media marketing agencies. Particularly, we're gonna help you start helping people scale their agencies with paid ads. We've got students doing freaking really good with that, so we're opening up a whole new program for that very soon. So that being said, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.